Hello. Okay, I said that I would be coming back to make another video about what is coming for you for the new year for each zodiac, essentially. Like, what is the new year bringing each zodiac sign? Something like that. I'll find some kind of way of wording it that I like. It might take me a bit. But we're going to go through, just like my other, for each zodiac video that I did on here. I only did one other one because, like, obviously this channel is, like, so hella new. So I figured we would do that again. I don't know how many people are actually watching this, how many people actually have, okay, stutter butt moment. Sometimes my brain goes faster than my mouth is, and I call that like stutter butt, stutter boat. Either way, I say butt and boat. I do. Literally, there's no rhyme or reason for this lingo. It's just literally what pops out of my damn mouth. Okay, but what I'm getting at is I visualize that, seeing as I probably only get like maybe like 50 views, 50 or less even on any of my videos, because I am so fledgling that I don't even know if all signs are represented, like, or if all signs are watching, So, like, is there one of each zodiac watching that zodiac video, or am I pulling for like Libra and there's no Librans? Am I pulling for Capricorns and there's like no Cappies in the room? You know what I mean? Cappy has left the chat. I don't know. I don't actually know. So one thing I do enjoy is when y'all have like roll call and you say what your sign is, like, or even your sun, moon, and rising. I like to hear everybody's sun, moon, and rising. I personally find that interesting because I like astrology. I think it's interesting. But of course, don't feel like you have to be in the comments if you don't want to, but I'm just saying, I like it. I like it. And I interact with you in the comments. I like to talk to you in the comments because, as I've said in multiple videos before, y'all are my friends. Yeah. Squirmit, I love you, dear, but please go find your seat. Please go. You're double flopped right now. She had both of her ears flipped. She always looks so ridiculous when she has both of them flipped. Look at them. No, here, just give me your snoot. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Look at her. She's like, I will not be exploited for the YouTube world. I will not be exploited. Please go lay in your nest. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. She's like, I literally won't do anything you ask me to do. That's okay, Squirmit. I'll remember that. Okay, so starting out with our lovely and most important of all zodiac signs, Aries. No, again, I'm an Aries sun, so I like to make that joke. It's a dumb joke. It's a lame joke. Everybody else, all the other 11 zodiacs, are just like, shut up and get with it. I know. I hear you. Oh. Okay. In literally the only other video I've done for each zodiac sign, and I laughed that the Queen of Wands popped out for Aries, and I was like, because out of all the signs, the fire signs like to show up in their fire sign readings, and Queen of Wands, there she was for Aries. Look who showed back up for Aries again. Look, I'm telling you, man. It's not me just making up shit. It ain't me just talking game on here. Like, I'm telling you what happens. We come through. I come through in my own Aries readings. Hey, okay, but I want to get 3 cards. I want to get 3 cards for each sign to say, what is the new year bringing you? What is the new year bringing you? That is the 6 of Swords reversed. 6 of Swords reversed. And for the 3rd card, we got the Star. The Star. So this is our beautiful trifecta here that we have for Aries. Queen of Wands, 6 of Swords, and reversed, and the Star. So when I see all this, what I'm looking at is a beautiful message for any other Aries in the room. So this doesn't have to be for me. It doesn't have to be my reading. This is a general thing, so it could be for other Aries that are watching. But what I see is you feeling like you're getting back into your element. Like you're actually coming alive right now. It's like I'm feeling more tapped on. I am feeling really empowered about something, or at least I'm starting to feel more empowerment than I did. This is a card of passion. This is a card, when you see her come out, this is saying that right now you are finding or realizing that you are a leader. You're a natural born leader. You are the first sign of the zodiac. You lead the zodiac in a literal sense. When you talk, even if you aren't thinking anyone's paying attention or you're not even saying anything that you think is important, people are listening to you. And just because you have such passion and such enthusiasm in the vibration, in the energy of the message that you're delivering, people can't help it but to be like, huh, I wonder what she's talking about. She sounds like she's interesting over there. You know, like it just kind of naturally happens that you end up commanding the attention in the room without even trying to. That is her. She's saying that. And not only are we coming like in this turned on, tapped on type of energy, but the Six of Swords in reverse is a beautiful energy saying that you were once in a, say, a rocky place, but this is saying that we're trying to move forward from that. It's not saying that we have moved forward yet. This is indicating that we have moved forward. This is saying, though, it's not a bad energy because it's saying, hey, we are aware of this, and perhaps in your mind, this is a card of a mental type thing. Perhaps in your mind, you might be feeling more of like, I'm becoming who I am, but realizing that the people around you or the situations you find yourself in haven't quite reflected that change yet. So you're like, I'm different, but I'm still surrounded by some old stuff. And you're at that crossroads now where you have to decide, do I go slide back into the old way of me, the old me, the comfortable things of me? Or now am I going to actually leave that energy that I've outgrown, essentially? Am I going to leave that? And that's kind of this decision that you come to anytime you level up. And so this can feel a little bit of like a mental, should I stay or should I go? Should I keep that job or should I move on to the next opportunity? You know, should I stay with this set of friends or even mess with my own family? Or am I kind of like over being around these people? But it can be something where it's like you're almost needing to have like a pro and con list mentally. But the positive thing about all of this is we end with the star card. This can also be like, hey, if you are around an Aquarius, this can also be other fire signs. So not just Aries, but Leo and Sagittarius. And this is an Aquarian sign. But this is saying that a wish fulfillment is coming in your future. This is something that's meant to be yours. It's something that you really want. It's something that you've been working towards and something you have been doing a lot of healing to try and clinch. So perhaps you've done a lot of work on yourself to get yourself in this power position where you're looking straight ahead. You're looking head on at it. You don't have the blinders on about it. And this is saying, you know, you've done the work for that. And because you've done the work, whatever it is that you've been hoping for or dreaming for, that big idea, that kind of soulful calling, or even just healing in and of itself, this is saying that it's meant for you. It's coming in. It's in the upright. Also, today's. You can't really have a bad reading when you have a healthy pair of tits right there for the taking. Right there for the taking. So enjoy it. Enjoy it, Aries. Let's move on. Taurus. Taurus, I want to talk to you now. Okay. For my Taurus people. Let's see. Okay. Taurus people. 1, 2. There it is. 3. Taurus. I feel like we have to have a conversation. What has happened to you in the time we've talked last? You have some good things. You have some good things, but there is also heaviness. So we have the 8 of Swords in reverse, followed by the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. But we're ending this with the 10 of Cups in reverse. So when I'm looking at these cards, I'm seeing that there was a point where you were feeling kind of mentally trapped by something. So perhaps you were having some brain fog. Perhaps you were suffering from analysis paralysis, where you were just overthinking the hell out of something too much. You went too far on it, and you know that you went too far on it because you had yourself kind of in this impossible situation. There's no way that I can get out of this cleanly. There's just no way, or I'm stuck, or like there. I really feel like this is just going to be as good as it gets, or like I don't know how to find the solution to this problem feels bigger than I've got, and it's like now you're actually getting to the point where you're like starting to see, okay, you know what, either you have hit your own personal fuck it point where you're just like, fuck it, I'm tired of thinking about it, so I'm going to just flip the script and do something completely different. So either you've reached that point, which is very clearly could have happened for you, or you're just at this place where it's like, you've had just enough insight where you're like, no, it was something that felt like it was unclear, but I'm having a bit of a eureka moment where I'm like, no, I think I can handle this. I've thought about it enough and I've tortured myself enough about it. And it's like, no, maybe there's this, maybe I can try this idea. We still have this idea yet, because we're coming out of this cluttered, paralyzed thought pattern and coming into a place where you're starting to get out of that lack mentality too. You're saying goodbye to the lack thinking, the stinking thinking. You're saying goodbye to that. So before it's kind of like, I've got no options. There's nothing I can do. I'm just stuck. And now it's like, no, I'm starting to see my way out of this. I'm starting to see that maybe there's more people around me that can help me out than I thought. Maybe there's more money that I can like tap into that I didn't realize that I had that money or that stash or that ability, maybe even to get a loan to kind of like clean something up I didn't realize, but now it's like, okay, that is an option that I have. I'm seeing that I have that option. It's not quite as woe as me as you thought, but yet you're still not feeling good though, Taurus. You're still not feeling good. This is the final card. So it's like you're coming out of the worst. The worst is behind you, and we are at that kind of turning point into the place positive, but you're still not feeling too good about it. You're still not. You're still like, but I'm not where I want to be, man. I'm not where I want to be, and I'm not sure that it's going to get me where I want to be. So I'm still not feeling too great about it. And especially this could be something that involves your home and family. So your actual house or your family members or things like that. Or, perhaps people aren't showing up for you in the way that they need to be showing up for you. Like, so emotionally, you're not feeling supported by your family members and the people around you. So it's kind of like, I'm doing it. I'm getting my shit together, but like, would have been easier if I had a little help from the people that I thought were going to help me out, you know? So there's still a little bit of emotional roughness about it, but I would say overall positive, because we do have the two cards that are saying that the worst of it is behind you. So no freaking out between now and 2021. Please don't, please don't. So now, Gemini, let's go into Gemini. What? Oh, okay, Gemini. Okay. We got two cards. Let me find the last card for Gemini. Gemini. Ooh, your own card popped out, Gemini. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups. We have Temperance, which is a Sagittarius card. And we have the Lovers, which is Gemini, the card of Gemini. So you're showing up in your own reading now. Hello. When I see this is overwhelmingly a positive spread. The only note of caution is potentially for some Geminis in here, some of y'all might be missing an opportunity. Some of you might be a little bit Scrooge, a little bit humbug about something. Oh, humbug, it wasn't exactly the way that I thought it was going to be. And you're sitting here turning your nose up to something that's good. You're turning your nose up to something that not only is super healing, but is full of love. Super healing and full of love. These are really great energies, okay? I'm healing things. I am finally finding balance. I am pacing myself. The timing is right for this. And it's like, this is just, if perhaps y'all are watching this in terms of a love reading, you don't get any better than this. This is a deeply connected, committed relationship. So if you got your eyes on a boo thing and you want to know if this is going somewhere, this is going somewhere. This is good news, okay? This is good business. This person can be very healing for you too. So if you were a little bit of a, I don't know, because what if it's a red flag? What if it's a red flag? Stop. Stop. Don't you mess it up. Take your time. Surely take your time. But this is healing and this is good. This is good. So in a love situation, don't you be questioning this. But don't be missing any opportunities, especially any opportunities that are ripe for healing and where you can heal, and bringing you closer, connecting you closer to something that is extremely loving, something that's bringing unity to perhaps two separate parts. It could be two aspects of you, or it can be two things in your life that were apart that you're trying to bring together. You're kind of bridging a gap, you know. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that healing is taking place to do that. But there's something that's in front of you that you might be missing, that you might be like about. It can also mean that you're just trying to kind of like go internally and try to realign yourself, find your alignment again, to be like, okay, is this what I want? Is this who I am? Is this where I want to go with it? Kind of a thing. So you're kind of meditating about it, but don't you sit there and meditate under that tree too damn long. Do not be doing that. This is saying that take your time, but don't take too long. There is a balance, and now is the time. This is saying timing is ripe for you to go out and get it, to clinch it. So very good for you. Very good, Gemini. Let's see. What's next? Let's go to Cancer. All right, Cancer. Oh, Shiza. Man saying Shiza. All right, second card's out. Wow, we have got a theme going, y'all. A theme. So Cancer, you got the Strength card, which is a Leo card. You got the Moon card, which can be Pisces, but I also read this as Cancer. So this is also your energy coming out. And that happened with some of the other signs before, just in case you haven't watched those timestamps. That's why I got excited. But we're ending this out with the Five of Cups. So, Cancerians. Overall, not a bad spread, but there's some heavy energies here. I can't lie, I gotta be honest. So, you could be dealing with a Leo, you could be dealing with a Pisces, you could be dealing with another Cancer. That's in here. That's what I see. But here's a situation where you feel like you're having to be strong. Your strength is being tested. So it doesn't mean necessarily that you feel weak, but you're very well aware of the fact that you're in the middle of a situation that is requiring you to show up strong. It's requiring you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Perhaps you've been dealing with some kind of an animal, so to speak. Doesn't have to be a literal animal. Could be a person, could be a job, could be anything. But dealing with a situation that feels like it's a bit gnarly, right? This thing's got teeth. This thing's got claws. This thing can actually come for you and can fight you and can hurt. That could be the energy of where you've been and the energy of something that you've dealt with. So you're like, I've been having to kind of pull my inner strength to try and tackle this. Surely have. And followed by the Moon card, there's a sense of, first of all, brain fog. I do feel actually explicitly brain fog for you. Don't know why. Sometimes I say that and just kind of throw it out there. So it's like spaghetti on the wall. Throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. Just throw it at the wall. But that one I actually feel. I actually feel like there's some sense of brain fog, some sense of like, what now? Like, I feel like I've got whiplash of the brains. So I actually kind of feel that. But this is a situation of, I don't exactly know where to go with this. I don't really know where to take this because I feel like there's some details that I don't have. There's some hidden stuff that's not part of my awareness at this time. So there's no real clear path forward yet. It can be a little bit emotional. It can be a little bit anxiety producing and unnerving because you're like, I do know that I'm having to be strong, and I'm kind of like in this moment where it feels like let go and let God, you know. And what person with any kind of like need to control things wants to let go and let God, right? You know, but that's kind of what it feels like. And ending with a Five of Cups, this is like regret, disappointment, you know, something emotionally feels heavy. It feels like, you know, I'm disappointed. I wanted this. I wanted what was in these cups. I was looking forward to that, and I thought that was something that I could have. I thought that the way was going to be like this. I thought the path was going to take me this way, and instead, I don't even know exactly where the path is right now. But this card overall still has a positive note to it because it says even if, what we thought was going to be this beautiful, clear 3 cups, even though those are spilt, we still have 2 that have things in it. We still have opportunities. We still have positive things. We're not paying attention to it though. We're too busy feeling disappointed and feeling kind of upset about the way that things went down, that we're still not quite seeing the silver lining out of it. So the silver lining might be hidden. You might be unsure about that. And so you're still in this position where you're feeling like you're having to fight the beast. But the silver lining is there. So what I would encourage you to do is spend this time going towards the holidays just focusing on where's that silver lining? Where is that mechanism for action, for control, that I can actually dive in there? All right, so that's that. Cat is doing some crazy fucking crackhead shit in the background. I'm sure you hear Crack Kitty doing her thing. God, these animals just want me completely ruined. You want me destitute. Surely you can hear this. And the worst thing is, it's like packaging plastic, like bubble wrap and stuff. I'm like, please don't chew it and inhale it. Have PETA over here telling me not to adopt animals ever again. Okay, Leo. What do we have for Leos? Not surprised at all by the first card that came out. We'll talk about it. All right. Oh, Leo. Okay. So, yet again, signs showing up with their energies. So this is the 9 of Pentacles. So that's not Leo energy, but it kind of feels a little bit Leo-esque to me. That's technically Earth energy, but I always feel Leo vibes when I see that card. The Sun in reverse. The Sun card is your energy, but it's in reverse. And also the 6 of Wands in reverse. The 6 of Wands typically I think of as a Leo energy because Wands are fire signs, and I think of this one as particularly Leo energy. Am I just talking so fast I'm slurring it all together now? Yes. The answer is yes. I'm sorry. Okay, but 6 of Wands in reverse. So the Sun, even though this is reversed, the Sun's never really a bad card, and this is a positive card. This is, a fairly positive card. This one has a little bit of a to it. So when I'm looking at this, it's saying like, you've done well, Kimosabi. Like, you've put in the work, you've held down the fort. You're like, listen, I am an independent woman, or any other, gender across any spectrum, whatever you want to identify as. But like, I am the independent person. I have, I know what it takes to do what I got to do. I can pay my bills. I can hold down the fort. I can do it all by my lonesome. Okay. I'm over here with my little birdie. We living our best life. Okay. I got this. That feels to me very Leo because Leo is all about like the hard worker and the center of the universe. And if anyone can do it, Leo can do it, and they can show you how it's done. And you will have yourself tucked tail and embarrassed trying to compete against a Leo. Okay. Because they know what's up. And honestly, that's a lot of her energy right there. So she's coming out with it. This is saying that perhaps there is more insight to be gleaned into this situation. So this is a card a lot about, things working out, happily ever after, but also just having like a eureka moment. It's like the light is shining on it. I can see it clearly. So in the reverse, it's like, there's still some insights that could be gleaned from this. This is still a positive card because this is still saying that the energy is positive and it's for the taking. This is a happy, joyful, celebratory card, even in the reverse. But particularly in the reverse, I think of it as kind of like an open your eyes. Open your eyes wide open and make sure that you're seeing everything and that you're seeing all the insights and all the wisdom that you can kind of gleam on it. Shine a light on it a little bit brighter so that you can... Cat, I know you ain't. Sorry about it. Don't test my gangster. They're testing it. Right when I'm channeling Leo energy. If there was ever a time you didn't want to test it, it would be right now. I'll fight the world in this energy. I'll fight the world and I'll have it too. Okay. But this is saying, go ahead, open your eyes wide open and see what's coming. And see everything that's out there. Perhaps, honestly, when I'm looking at this, perhaps what you just need to open your eyes and see is that you have more value. You're undervaluing yourself. This is, I'm the braggart, I'm the top, I'm the HBIC, that me. Like, this is maybe perhaps you're not, you're not quite feeling it. Either you're not feeling it or you're trying to be a little hush hush about it. You know, like, as my boyfriend often says, I get by. I get by. He says that when he's the best at everything. I'm like, bitch, don't be saying that when you're being the best. Like, you're like in the number one slot. And you're like, I get by. Like, he's trying to kind of like keep it low key and like minimize it. This is kind of saying like, perhaps you're trying to keep it low key or you're trying to minimize it. Or perhaps you feel like you can't brag about something that you can't brag about. Worst case scenario with this card is that you fell off the horse altogether and you embarrassed your damn self. That can also be this card. But when I see it with these, this ain't a woman that's embarrassed herself. She has not embarrassed herself. And so this card here is like, just open your eyes to the fact that you do have something that you can be low-key braggadocious. You can be low-key confident about it. You can kind of assert yourself. You don't have to sit there and kind of hide it and downplay it. Like, you can come on out. You can be all of this. So I don't really see it as a negative thing unless you're dealing with any kind of unconfidence or embarrassment or things like that. Why am I even petting you for you to be bad? You know what? I'm sorry, Leo. I'm sorry for the interruptions. My cat being bad. My dog being bad. Do you have to potty? Do you have to shit? Is this the point in the Zodiac video where you have to shit yet again? Do you have to potty? Gotta go potty? Go potty, 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 papa potty, papa potty, papa potty, papa potty. You gotta go? You gotta go? Do you have to? Oh, we're gonna go and do that. Be right back. Okay, Virgo. We are starting with Virgo now. My dog having to take a dump interrupted the end of Leo. So hopefully she doesn't interrupt us too bad, but I think hopefully she doesn't interrupt us too bad, I said. And as I closed my lips, my pissed off, pursed lips. Yeah. Okay, let's go do that. God bless it. I'm sorry, Virgo. Hold up. Virgo, sincerely and truly, I apologize. Dear Jesus. Dear Jesus, in the sky, in the middle of the earth, wrapped up in magma, wherever he wants to be. Bless it. From your magma pit. Okay. There's the first one is out. Well, there were two there, so I'll take them both. And the last one for Virgo. Right there. Okay. Woo! Y'all got a good ending with it. Hello. Okay. So Virgo starts out with the Six of Cups, followed by the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and ending in the Star, which is a good ending to have. So Virgo, what I see for you, first of all, just in case this were like kind of like a love reading, the person you are connecting with could be somebody from your past. Perhaps you have a past person coming back into your life, whether that's love or not. That could be for, it doesn't have to be a love thing, but I love reading for love, so I end up saying that in a lot of stuff. But could be somebody from the past coming back up, showing back up for you on your way to 2021 here. Or it could be somebody that you have met that you feel like, I have known them from a past life. I feel like we've known each other forever. I already know you. There's like kind of that eerie feeling about it. Or it could also be, if we're not even talking about a person, you could be feeling very nostalgic right now. And coming into the holidays, that makes perfect sense. You know, the feeling of like, oh, I wish I could be home, or I want to go home, or like I want things to feel like they did when I was a kid. The holidays, you know, used to be like a happy time, or perhaps you're bringing that childlike happy memory time into the now. So it doesn't have to be a, oh, whoa, I miss it, and because I can't have it now, but it could be. But it could also be like the stuff, the favorite parts that you missed, you're bringing that into the now. But that's followed by the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And in reverse, this is mostly just saying that there's, instead of there being like a gift, a universal gift from the almighty hand, this is a situation where you're feeling like you're a little bit lacking in the earthly department. So perhaps there's less money than you thought was going to be available. Perhaps you just had to throw out a big lump sum on something and you weren't really expecting to have to do that. Or perhaps there's just some kind of like, it's a tangible insecurity. So, I don't have as much money as I want. I don't have as much groceries in the cabinet as I needed, like, or perhaps like a new venture. Perhaps like a new business venture kind of fell through, or like some kind of a project that you were wanting to tackle or do, it fell through. Something didn't materialize. Something that was physical, earth based, something didn't quite materialize, or it's not here yet. Perhaps it's something that you kind of want, but it's just not here yet. But it didn't materialize. This is also a caution to spending habits, though. I don't know if there's Virgos are usually pretty good at, like, keeping track of the purse strings, but this is suggesting to do that, to make sure that we are keeping track of the purse strings. But we go into the last card, and the last card is a pretty positive card to have, the Star. I mean, this is wish fulfillment. This is also Aquarian energy, so I don't know if you're dealing with an Aquarius, if you have anything like that. But, if you're feeling any kind of insecurity regarding this physical thing, this is a pretty positive card to have right after it. It's saying that if something hasn't happened yet, that doesn't mean that it's a no. It doesn't mean that it's a failure. It doesn't mean that it's not coming in. It might just be that the timing isn't quite right for it. This Star card is all about healing. Taking the time to heal so that all of these wishes and dreams can come true. The only way that we can manifest our dreams, the only way that we can kind of clinch that, is by taking care of ourselves. If we are run ragged, how are we going to make stuff happen? How are you going to make the magic happen if you run yourself into the damn ground? So I think this is kind of a situation where what's positive here, though, we have a gift giving type situation. There's a transaction here. There's a giving of something, even if this is kind of falling through. So if there is some kind of transaction that's happening, but yet it's like not coming in completely fully, that doesn't mean that it's not going to go through, because both of these cards on either side look like something's happening and something's going to come through. There's just this middle card saying that right now it hasn't quite yet. So hang in there with that. Hang in there with that. All right. Libra. Libra is next. Let's get some cards for Libra. Libra. Ooh, shiza. Okay, one wanted to just come right on out. Right on out. All right, and then there's the other two. Libra. It looks like you might be going through some hard stuff, some difficult times. Okay, because we're starting out with the Nine of Wands upright, which is my Rocky Balboa card. Look at him. That's Rocky Balboa. This guy says that I may be the underdog in this. You may be feeling like you're a bit of the underdog, but you are still a fighter. It's like, I have been through 10 rounds of this shit, but I'm still standing up. Now, I might be still standing, which is like, yeah, high five, kudos to me, but I'm not standing without my knees shaking. My knees are shaking. This is, I'm getting close to being at my limit. I'm being close to being exhausted, but I'm still kind of coming. I'm showing up, still showing up. This can also be feeling like, a little bit paranoid about it. Like, who do I trust? I don't even know anymore. Like, I'm just trying to kind of like walk on my eggshells and get through this and see if I can't get through one more round. But I don't trust none of y'all. I don't trust none of y'all bastards, because I wouldn't put it past you. That's all I'm saying. Followed by the Tower card in reverse. So this is saying that the worst case situation did not happen. You managed to kind of avoid the worst case, so it wasn't as ugly as it could have been, but it's still not enjoyable, right? Something still got shaken up pretty good, right? Something still perhaps surprised you, maybe surprised you less than it could have, because it's like maybe you kind of got a grip on the situation before it all went kabloof on your face, but it's still like, some rattling and shaking still happen, and now it's got you sitting firmly in this kind of like, I'm not here for it. I'm not about it. I'm not really wanting to grab that cup. I'm sitting here kind of like, perhaps I'm in my feelings. Perhaps I'm feeling some kind of way, honestly. Looking at this all over this, somebody is feeling some kind of way. Prove it. Prove it. If you want me to take that, if you want me to say yes to that offer, prove yourself, because I don't trust none of y'all right now. I don't put it past you, okay? So you got to put up or shut up, because right now I'm side-eyeing you about it. I'm side-eyeing you because I have a feeling you bringing the tower in my direction, and I'm trying to say miss me with that. That's what Libra's saying. I hear that loud and clear. I'd say your mind is exactly where it should be. If you're questioning something, if they haven't ponied up with it, then you have yourself a psychic moment, and trust yourself. Trust your judgment on it. So good for you, Libra. All right, so next is Scorpio. Oh, my love of Scorpios. You scary group of intense people. You're not all scary, but you are all intense. I have not met one Scorpio that didn't have the intensity. That you live up to that. All right, so I got one card out, the Ace of Wands, followed by the Three of Wands. We got the Fire, ending with the Ace of Cups in reverse. So Ace of Wands, Three of Wands, Ace of Cups in reverse. First of all, we got two aces. Even if this one's in reverse, that's 2 times you're seeing the hand of God coming into your situation, okay? All right, y'all. Clusterfuck of madness. Do you even care that I'm doing something I love? Do you even care about my happiness at all? Shame, blame, and guilt on your soul. Shame, blame, and guilt to the core of your square DNA. Scorpio, we're doing Scorpio. Get gone. Get gone. I'm doing Scorpio. Lay down, please. Lay down. Live your best life quietly, silently, and very still. Very still. I don't think it's going to happen. I think I'm going to... That's what I said. I said I didn't think it was going to happen. It doesn't take a psychic to know that shit. Right, Scorpio. I'm so sorry for all these interruptions. I'm so sorry about that. But you got 2 hands of God coming in, okay? 2 hands of God up in your business. So stuff is happening. So, starting out, Ace of Wands. Just in case this might be a love situation. If this looks like it's a purely lusty situation. Phallus. This is a phallic symbol. I mean, come on. Tell me it doesn't look like a penis. Tell me it don't. That's a straight up dick. Sorry about it. So, this could be a very lusty situation. If this is a romance reading, you know, could be a very lusty situation, but perhaps that's all it is. Doesn't look like there's anything more serious or committed coming in than that. It just looks kind of like, oh, you know, we touch base. We do what people do when they want to do stuff like that, but there's no commitment in it, and it's got you feeling some kind of way. It's got you feeling kind of like emotionally depleted, or perhaps taken advantage of, or, you know, kind of like, you know, like what? So, okay, we can kind of come together and bump uglies and do the dirty, you know, but you're not going to like come in for me all the way. You're not going to like show up for me all the way. I'm going to sit here and kind of like wait for your text, or I'm just going to kind of wait for you, and then you're going to like, you know, do whatever you want to do. It's got me over here feeling some kind of way about it, honestly. Now, that doesn't have to just be a romantic thing. This could even just be like, this could be a business partner, a passionate thing. Just like a passionate idea where it's like, you know, you could be showing up to your fullest with this passion. You're showing up, perhaps, and perhaps somebody else is not showing up. But also what I can see here is, first of all, both of these are fire energy. Fire, I got my Mars ruled energy. You're also Mars ruled with the fiery self. So there could be some passion that's like, I've got like this really great idea and I really want to run with it, or something that I'm really passionate about, whether it's a person, place, or a thing. But again, it hasn't quite shown up. It's still in the manifestation stage. It's like it's not here yet. So you can't quite celebrate it yet. And because you can't quite celebrate it yet, you're feeling some kind of way. It could also be a long distance relationship. I don't know how many of you in here are doing something that's long distance, whether it's a business relationship or a love relationship. It can be something that's long distance. So, or indicating that, something that you would need to travel to be able to like meet up. And this does mean that it's a decent time to travel because it's not the reverse. So like for you, it might be an okay time to travel, but it might be a sense that you would have to travel to be able to do this. But whatever this idea is, it's like a think big kind of an idea, but we're in this emotional space, which is that emotionally deprived, depleted place. That's what this is saying. So something about it, you're not quite feeling it, or you're not allowing yourself to receive it. So either it's not quite coming through and it's not really landing the way you need it to be, or you're not letting it in. It could be showing up and you're just not letting it in. This can be a need, an indication that you need self-care, some more self-care. So you might be depleting yourself but not being open to the opportunities that are around you, to the ideas and the passion and the love that could be around you, the emotional stuff that could be around you. Perhaps you've been so used to being independent that you're just not opening up, and you need to give yourself a little bit of love. But any one of these types of situations could be occurring. I know it's a lot, but I mean, it's a general reading, so it could go a whole lot of ways. We'd have to pull all kinds of clarifiers to like hone it in. So anyway, that's for you, Scorpio. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. You're next, my lovely Saggies. Oh, Saggies. Let's see what's coming for Saggies throughout the end of 2020 into 2021. What is 2020 bringing? 2021 bringing our Saggies. Let's see. All right, starting out, King of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Five of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Hanged Man. Okay, so King of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Pentacles in reverse, followed by our Hangman. So that's what we got here out on the table. If you are dealing with an earth sign, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, just almost blanked on me. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or if you are dealing with a Pisces, that is indicated here. So any of those four signs, all the better if you are, but if you're not, you're not. So anyway, Sagittarius. What I'm seeing here, obviously all these things can go so many different ways, but what I'm seeing for you is, first of all, make sure that you are watching your spending. Let's just go ahead and say that. Let's go ahead and put that one out there, because King Midas is in the reverse right now. So it's possible that you could be spending a little bit more than you know you should, and you just need to keep an eye on your purse strings a little bit to make sure that you don't end up putting yourself into a place where you might be experiencing some kind of lack. This is a positive version of this card. This is saying that you're coming out of lack mentality. So you're starting to realize you're not so deprived or so left out or kept in the dark, or, all the bad things happen to me and I've got all the worst hand and everything. It's kind of that energy. It's like, you're not there anymore. You're coming out of it. You're starting to see like, oh, there's a light at the end of the tunnel here, which is a positive thing. But like, you're coming from this place of lack where, especially financially, Sagittarius, there's something going on financially that you're having to be more controlled about and more reserved about. This can also, just putting it out there, indicate that a husband or someone of that nature, a boss, is acting up. So perhaps a grumpy husband or a grumpy boss, just throwing that out there just in case. So maybe a grumpy husband had you feeling some kind of way, had you feeling a little bit unloved or a little bit pushed out, or a grumpy boss had you feeling a little bit stupid, a little bit low, a little bit incompetent and incapable of doing your job when you know you damn well could. So, that's kind of where we're coming from, but we're leaving that lack mentality and we're coming into the energy of the Hanged Man, which is all about a cosmic pause, helping us to see a situation from a new angle. I'm telling you, these animals, I will rehome them tonight. I won't do that. I won't do that at all. Don't worry about it. Tempted to put you on Craigslist tonight. Free to a good home. Message me for deets. So, anyway, Saggy, Hangman, this is saying that the universe has put a pause on this. So whatever situation you're dealing with, that delay that you're feeling, that stuck energy you're feeling, trust it. Go with it, accept it, because it is a universal pause that's being put on you right now. The whole point of all these delays is so you have enough time to look at this from more than just the angle you're looking at it now. This requires a look from that perspective, that perspective, that perspective, that perspective, more than just right here. So you need to see this clearly so that you don't end up finding yourself in a situation where you're screwed, where you've went and screwed yourself, you went and overdid it. Because I know Sagittarius energy, I've got 30% of my chart is Sagittarius. It's a lot of like just, fuck it, I'm going for it. You know, I'm there. Big, bad, let's live it. Yeah, I know. I love it. I love that. But don't screw yourself. Don't screw yourself. Take a moment. So, there you go, Saggy, for you. Okay. Next sign. Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Well, okay. We popping out already. Okay, we starting out with our 7 of Pentacles. Starting out there, Cappies. All right. Starting out there. Okay. Followed by our Queen of Cups. And then the last card, Temperance. All right. What I'm looking at here, this is about as clear as it can get. About as clear as it can, Capricorn. First of all, if you are dealing with a water sign, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or dealing with a Sagittarius, they are showing up in your reading. So that is loud and clear. That could also be your energies as well, but they're showing up in your reading. But just looking at this, whatever you've got growing in your garden, so to speak, it's taking some time, isn't it? It's taking its good time. You've invested a lot into this. I can see that. You've invested a lot of yourself. You've invested a lot of your resources into something. So not just your resources like your money and your time and your energy, but also with the Queen of Cups here, you've invested some emotional blood, sweat, and tears into this, Capricorn. And this is a time where it's like we're waiting for it to pay off is what we're doing. We are waiting for it to pay off. This is something that you've sown the seeds and you're sitting here nurturing it. We're taking care of it. And the good thing about it is the timing is right. So even if it feels like it might be going slow and you're kind of in this waiting game, the timing is right. It needs to take as much time as it needs to gestate fully, whatever this is. It has to take its good and well time for it to be emotionally balanced, for it to be healthy for you, for the healing, the appropriate healing that needs to take place. So this is a situation where you do need to pace yourself, play that long game. This is calling for the long game. Stay emotionally centered about it. It looks like you are, though. But whatever it is that you have sown, whatever ideas you've sown or whatever you've invested into, this is good. This is good, and it's going to have a good return for you. So that kind of stuff I'm seeing very positive coming in for 2021. I would say, to feel confident about what you're doing and just caretake it, nurture it. This needs nurturing. It needs you to be plugged in emotionally. It needs you to be in a good place to make this the best it can be. So take care of that and just know that the divine timing is doing exactly what it should be doing. So there's no need to rush it. Earth signs aren't known for rushing things anyway. So they're known for being quite pragmatic about it. So good job, Capricorn. Good job, I would say. Okay. Let me go and choke and die first before I get to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Oh, my lovely Aquarius people. Oh, there you are. Hello. Knight of Wands in the reverse popped out. All right, what else from my Aquarius? What else? Oh, okay, we got some people coming out. Queen of Wands. We got some people showing up. What else for my Aquarius? Okay, last card is Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, just gonna throw this out there. And yeah, I'm starting with the ugliest version, so just let it be known. If this ain't your story, it's going to get better from here. The ugliest version is you messed with a player who came in and is leaving out as quickly as they came in because they got themselves another boo thing and it's turned your world upside down. That is a very clear thing that I'm seeing here. A very clear thing. So we got old fuck boy riding in all pretty, but then riding right back out because he went and found himself a little fuck girl that he might want to deal with more. And then you're over here like, oh, I thought we was committed. I thought we was the couple. I thought that we had something going, perhaps even commitment and marriage. But we are like this. And this is like, so that's the ugliest. That's literally the ugliest it can go because there are other meanings that are not even close to being that ugly. But if that is for you, I fucking feel it. And guess what? Let him go because that's some trash or her or whatever. You know, let the trash take out itself. But in another way, all three of these things are fire energy. So perhaps, just perhaps, Aquarius, you are dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sag. Perhaps, because this is very fiery, very passionate stuff. Very passionate stuff. Whether it's passionately good or passionately bad, like it's driving me up the wall. It could be either way. It could be either way. But we have a sense of, first of all, perhaps some chaotic coming into something. So perhaps kind of coming into something really full steam and all steam ahead. Nothing necessarily wrong with all steam ahead, but the way the cards are laid out, it's kind of cautioning that. It's kind of saying, hey, you might want to kind of like slow it down. Don't be too chaotic and hectic with it. You don't want to screw something up here. You know, you don't want to get it wrong by rushing in a little bit too foolhardy now. Don't be too foolhardy. This is calling for you to be a bit more of a direct leader, perhaps. She is very direct. She is very blunt. She's looking at it head on. She's got her blinders off. She's a natural born leader and she's here to handle business. She is showing up in her full power. And so it's like, don't be a knight and be stupid and foolhardy in this when what's being called for is you to level up to queen status. A knight is below a queen, you know, level up here and be showing up in that full power. And in the reverse, this doesn't have to mean a bad thing. We already talked about how it can be the end of a commitment, but what it can also just mean is that perhaps you're a little bit hesitant to fully celebrate something. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. It could be a low-key thing. Sometimes this could even just be something like indicating that it's like, hey, you know, we found out that we're pregnant, but it's early on and you don't want to tell anybody before the first trimester, just in case. Just in case, you know, it can be kind of that like, you know, there's something that's good or some kind of celebration type energy, but we're keeping it hush hush. We're keeping it on the low. We're making sure that the foundation of it is set before we loud and proud announce the whole thing to the world and get completely into it. So again, another indication to not just go full steam ahead and be too foolhardy about something. So Aquarius, get your energy in check. Make sure that all the foundations and everything are set, that you don't just spontaneously explode with all this passion that is completely seeping out of your blood veins right now. You probably have it just pouring out of eye holes. I don't know why I thought of this, but you know the people that like, they like snort milk and they shoot it out of their eye duct? Why am I seeing that? Because it's just like, you know, it's just like coming out of everywhere it's not even supposed to be coming out of, you know, like, holy shit. Like, you're turned on, tapped on about it. That's what I see. So just make sure that you got a good handle on it so you don't burn yourself. Bottom line, playing with all that fire, you can burn yourself. So, all right, that was Aquarius. Now, last but certainly not least, our wonderful, wonderful Pisces, who are always so patient to wait to the very end of the video unless they cheated like they should and hit their timestamp. But Piscean energy, let's see. Okay, we got that out. I'm also going to flip it. I feel like I need to flip it. All right, that was it. Okay. Here we go. We got 3 cards. The first one out is 5 of Wands in the reverse. Good. That's the way you want to see it. 9 of Cups. Good. That's the way you want to see it. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Not the best position for this card, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing. So, let's go ahead and let's talk about it. First of all, if you are dealing with a Capricorn, then Capricorn is showing up in your reading, Pisces. Capricorn is showing up. But this is kind of a feeling that finally, after some passionate words were thrown around, we are at a ceasefire. This chaotic energy that could have felt like either like we were warring with others, or we were just coming to loggerheads, just passion against passion, trying to, like, people maybe trying to kind of like bulldoze each other, you know, like, no, I'm right, I'm just saying, I feel strongly about this, and someone else is showing like, no, but I feel strongly about it too though. And so there's kind of like this that's happening. This is finally starting to relax. This is finally starting to ease, and thank God we're having a moment where we can kind of put down the rods, quit beating each other with the gourds, and just kind of let it kind of calm down. So now we're finally getting to this emotional place where our emotions are starting to open up, and we're like, I can see the end vision now. I can feel it now. It's starting to become clear. Wish fulfillment. So this is finally some kind of emotional fulfillment is coming our way. We went through the rocky part, the dark night of the soul, the rocky part, and now we're finally kind of coming into this, which is good, but the wheel isn't completely turning yet, okay? The wheel is not in full force. This is fate is taking it and it's moving it. Right here, it's like there's still some karmic shit to clean up, you know? We're not quite full steam ahead yet. We don't have like the full pass for it. Not quite yet. There's some karmic stuff yet that we're having to deal with and confront. It can also be an indication of some bad luck. I'm not going to lie, man, that when you see the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this can be bad luck on the horizon, but it doesn't have to be old bad moon rising. Here it is. Here it comes. I swear to fuck, y'all gonna have a bad moon rising. Yeah. One eye is taken for a lie. I'm fixing to take them all and put them in a little damn bag and not give them back. So you can't do your scrimmage stuff. She's right here. Can't do your scrimmage stuff and ruin everything. We're all Pisces. Pisces needs to know. Perhaps the only bad luck is just that your reading is being rudely interrupted by the shit willies over here in the side. Peanut gallery, pipe it down. I'm putting you on Craigslist. I'm telling you. Oh, okay. I'm not. Just so you know, don't come for me. But ultimately, this can also indicate, again, when I say some karmic stuff that needs to be cleaned up, it can literally just mean bad habits. Seriously, just mean bad habits. If they're especially with the loggerheads thing, it's like, okay, perhaps we came out of this loggerhead situation and we're coming into something good, but it's like, just know that you got to keep your act cleaned up. You got to keep it cleaned up. You can't just do it one time and expect it to just be good enough and take. You got to continue to kind of dismantle those ties and those bad habits and any kind of that ugly karmic shit that's kind of holding you in the old pattern. You got to break those chains, man. Now it's time to kind of like level up to it so that you can clinch your wish fulfillment, so that you don't end up back in a loggerheads situation, so that this thing can just be upright and start going again. So fate is giving you one more chance to kind of sit there and work with it. So go ahead and reflect on whatever that might be that you need to kind of clean up a little bit. Clean it up. If you're finding going into the holidays that you're finding yourself slipping back into these old patterns, know to yourself, pause, cosmic pause, and clean it up. Because that's what it's saying. So that's that. I have spent an hour, holy shit, an hour talking about all this. That is enough. That is firmly enough. People are like, wow, she could have spit that out a lot faster. Sorry about it, man. Sorry about it. And tarot, man, there's just so many ways to interpret messages and so many storylines that you see when you're doing general reads and you're not working one-on-one with people, that it's like, it can be like that. It could be like that. Also, I am filming this on December 14th, which is our lovely solar eclipse, new moon, astrological portal of sorts, of things, of happenings, and goings-ons. Yes. So I am like amped about it. I am ready about it. I am ready for the holiday season. I'm ready to kind of get in there and kind of start working with my energies and seeing like what kind of things can I be excited about? What kind of things can I do? What kind of changes can I implement? What kind of goodness can I bring into all this? I'm just ready for it. And I'm just hoping that perhaps, just perhaps, y'all are feeling it too, or at least feeling like the creative urge to just go out and kind of get it. Try something, go for something, not just kind of like bemoaning the whole season and just being like, I can't wait till it's over. Because certainly that is a valid feeling state to find yourselves in. But if there is any possible way to be like, you know what, but maybe not today, maybe I've had enough of it and maybe not today, then take that, take that energy and go and run with it. I'm just all here for it. I'm here for it. Please let me know in the comment section if your little readings for sun, moon, or rising resonated. Sometimes my sun won't resonate, my moon does, or my rising does and the other ones don't. Like sometimes all three of them, I listen to all three and I'm like, holy shit, the whole thing is coming together, whatever. At the end of the day, you have free will. You write your script. Whatever energies come out here are just potentials. You can either activate them or you can say, you know what, nope, deactivate. I don't want that for me. I'm gonna create what I want for me instead. But it's all a part of that self-reflection. You're just taking something and you're making the determination. Do I want this for me or do I not? Do I want something better for me? And if you do, go out and make it so because you fucking can. And when anybody gives you an indication that you can't, you need to go ahead and be like, swipe left. You need to swerve it. Swerve that shit. Swerve those garbage lies because it wasn't meant for you. That wasn't meant for you. Only empowerment is meant for you. Only I can is meant for you. Screw the rest of the shit. 2020's done been too much. Screw it. It's I can from here on out. You get what you want. Do it. That's what I say. Anyway, I've gone on too much proselytizing. Thank you for hanging out. If you've watched this whole hour, are you okay? Are you all right? I want to check on you. What's wrong? Why'd you watch that whole hour? Why would you do that? Are you okay? For real. Bless your soul. Bless your soul if you did. Anyway, thank y'all for hanging out. If you got any other things that you want to see me do on this channel, believe me, this is a cosmic experiment, this. So if you have any kind of ideas or you're like, maybe, or I'm curious, put it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Because I'm curious about this too. Let's just see what we can do with this channel. Let's just have fun with it, Let's have fun. Also, I'm pretty sure the cat went to her litter box and took a shit. I'm starting to smell it now. You know what? I was thinking about eating supper, but I'm gonna have to empty out that litter box. This house is way too small to be living in this. Y'all are monsters. I live with monsters. Oh my god, y'all pray for me. Hello. All right, take care of yourselves. Until later. Bye for now. Bye for now.